Now to Alice Springs, a town with serious problems on its hands. It's been 3 years now since John Howard's controversial intervention in the Northern Territory, when, among other things, alcohol was banned in remote Aboriginal communities. Most would agree that anything that should improve the standard of living in these too often sad and sorry places is worth a shot. But the downside is that the ban on booze has pushed the problem of drunkenness and violence from the isolated communities into the heart of Alice. Here's 6pm's Max Futcher in the Red Centre.
As another day ends in the Alice, the ugly side of Central Australia begins to emerge. Children 10 years and younger wander about late at night. They lurk in the shadows and they drink. So do the adults. Alcohol and drug abuse is rampant most nights, and with it comes violence. Booze restrictions in surrounding Aboriginal communities have seen large numbers drawn to Alice Springs, especially in summer. They come to town for events such as the weekend footy, and many stay and drink.
No, you're not allowed to have that.
Since last year, violence, vandalism and crime have surged.
We've had 7 attacks on our premises this year or this summer, and by far that's the worst amount in the whole time I've been here.
The Reptile Park owner is not the only one under siege. Down the road at the Memorial Club, the manager often sleeps on site, and despite the razor wire, they've been broken into a dozen times this year already.
The residents of Alice Springs want action. The Northern Territory government must comply with its most fundamental of obligations.
A business action group has funded this TV advertisement to lobby government. Many of them say if it wasn't for their business, they'd leave.
If our elected leaders will not go out and save the town, then myself and other people who want to save the town will do it.
The Mayor agrees there are problems, but says there's only so much local government can do.
It's been a very disruptive summer with antisocial behaviour and break-ins. As a council, we've thrown at what we have at our disposal. We impress upon the government to throw resources at this issue.
He also fears the town's image is being tarnished, and the local economy depends on tourism.
We just had no opinion about the Aboriginals, but it's hard to have no opinion about the Aboriginals where you just arrive here.
And it's also, of course, it's only a few people that spoil it for the rest of them, and I think it's hard to, put them all in one place.
Hostels advise caution and discourage walking at night. Just this month, a German backpacker was stabbed in the chest. There are calls for a curfew, at least for children.
If you want to get kids off the street, I reckon a curfew is a positive thing rather than a negative.
Barbara Shaw lives in one of the notorious town camps that form the ramshackle outer suburbs of Alice Springs. Out here, a lack of hope fuels the cycle of alcohol and violence. Barbara says Canberra's intervention has only made it worse.
That's what I've been campaigning for against the intervention, because we knew that the intervention was going to cause the influx.
The hopelessness here in the camp slowly drifts into town most nights, and young children are exposed to violence and alcohol abuse. Northern Territory's Parliament has even heard that child prostitution is now rife in the Red Centre. Those claims are now being investigated. The lobby group and its campaign have been labelled racist, and it's accused of fuelling deepening divisions in the Alice, divisions which threaten to destroy the town.
Time for everybody to keep their cool, I would have thought. Only today we hear an extra 20 police were dispatched to Alice Springs to help try and restore order. Stay calm.